my friend. This is Dereck and today I'm going to be going over just a small piece of a Twitter strategy that I usually use to build my Twitter following. Now, I have not used this for a few months, and that's okay because it doesn't really matter if I still use it like I do. It still works very, very well. And the reason why I'm going to share it with you is because obviously not only do you get good results, but you actually develop a pretty good following with the people that you connect with. So right now I'm on my blog, and you can find this strategy by going to marketing tips and then go down to where it says Twitter marketing. Go ahead and click on that. Now, I will let you know up front, this is not the begin all or the end all or the ultimate guide to Twitter marketing or even setting up an account and building a following and all that kind of good stuff. This is just some tools that I've used to increase my ability to be able to do that and to find real people, not bots, not people spamming, but real people. And yes, you will occasionally come across some of those that you end up following. But anyway, this little strategy here is just for somebody who's looking to get started on Twitter. I would not call myself a Twitter expert. Now I gotta stop beating myself up. I just want to be able to share just a little information here with you that could better help you on your way. So once you go here, just notice that right off the bat, I'm starting to talk about Twitter not being Facebook. Okay, it is a microblogging site where you can share information and have some of your best information or even information that's popular on the web actually syndicated to everyone else's following. And if that leads back to a blog post or a video or a picture or whatever it is that relates to you, it could be very beneficial for you. So here are some tools that I wanted to share with you. But first, I want to show you just a few goals that you may want to set in mind. Okay, the first goal that you want to do is get over the 2,000 person hump. The second thing is you want to communicate with those who follow you and who you follow. So, in other words, if you're following somebody, you want to send them something personal. You know, hey, I really enjoyed that link you sent me, or that was a great comment, or actually watch them and watch the feed as it comes through. And if somebody has something genuine to say, you can respond to that, and it's usually the best case you're developing a relationship. Now, also while you're doing that whole viewing of the feed, you'll also notice that there are a lot of spammers out there who just send out links and things like that, not actually providing any content. And so you'll be able to start to see what the majority of people are doing wrong on Facebook. Not to say that you cannot do that yourself. Just try to have some person-to-person communication as well. Okay. And the third thing is never follow more than 10% than the people that you're actually following. So if you're following 1,000 people or 1,000 people are following you, you don't really want to follow more than, say, 1,100 people. You can for just a short amount of time to see how many people actually do follow you. There's usually a rule of about 30% of people that you follow will follow you back, and so that will grow your following. But generally, we want to stick in right around that 10% range, and you can defriend or defollow people along the way. And so I want to share a few tools with you, and the first one is Bitly. The reason why you can use this is because it shortens the URLs to save you time inside of your posts. Inside of Twitter, you only have X amount of character room to be able to type stuff, and so Bitly will help to shrink a URL. The second thing is Hootsuite. What's cool about Hootsuite is you can actually post multiple things at once. Some people call it spamish, but I don't think it's really regarded as spamming as long as you do it within respect, and it's not all self-serving, so you can do it 2 to 3 times. It'll be perfectly fine. The next one is Twello, and this allows you to search for people or markets. So you can go to Twello and actually search for, let's say, a guru's name, and you can start following people that are following him or her, or even follow the people that they follow. You can also use search Twitter to look for keywords and topics. You can go there and you can type in MLM or direct sales or maybe even the name of your company, and that'll pop up, and you can start following people that are participating with that key term or keyword at that specific time. You can use dossier.org.twitter/karma to start unfollowing people who don't follow you back. Like I told you, there's about a 30% chance of the people that you follow will follow you back, so that's how you can grow your following. And the next one is TweetDeck. This one's pretty cool because it allows you to communicate. It's kind of like Hootsuite, except Hootsuite allows you to or post your texts or post your messages stacked all at the same time, versus TweetDeck pretty much does everything Hootsuite except for that one specific deal. So there are advantages to having TweetDeck over Hootsuite and having Hootsuite over TweetDeck. So I'll leave that up to you, but that's a great tool as well. to keep communication going. And the general rule here is if you're going to be sharing links and information, to be able to keep your stuff to a minimum as far as it being self-serving. Self-serving basically means something that feeds something, that information that you feed to the network that allows people to purchase something from you or come back to your website or anything that has relation to you. Okay, so obviously you don't want to do that very often, and I would do it maybe once out of every 3 or once out of every 5 posts you do. And the last and final thing that's very important about your Twitter strategy is your personal branding. So if you go to, let's say, your Twitter page, you want to actually get branding done so people know what you're talking about. And I'm going to show you what branding looks like for me on my Twitter page. And as you can see here, I actually have branding on my Twitter page. So this is my page. You can see how many people I'm following, how many people are following me. And you can look over here and you can see that this is branding me. It tells you a little bit about who I am and a little bit about me. And then it gives you resources, or my followers' resources for specific, my blog or specific pages like my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. And that allows people to travel from Twitter if they find whatever that I'm tweeting, or if they're just checking me out or want to know more about me. It gives them a direction for them to go. So you want to make sure that you brand on this as well. And there are a few different websites that you can use to create your own branded website page. And one of them is Tweet Themes. You can go to Tweet Themes, and there are a few other ones out there. You can just do a quick Google search on branded or custom Twitter backgrounds, and I'm sure you'll come up with quite a few. So this is Dereck Araguen signing off on a quick Twitter strategy on tools you can use and how you can start adding people today. Hope you find it useful, and if you find anything else, or if you want to find anything else, like I said, head on back to my website, go back to my blog, DereckAraguen.com, and search around. You might find something else there you might find useful. I'll talk to you then. Have a great day. Bye.